Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. I told you guys I'd be back. I was not playing. Told you I'd be back. But anyway, we got some stuff to talk about. Again, I could only be on for a little bit, but I want to talk to you guys about this situation. It's breaking. It broke just about an hour ago. And I feel like, we need to talk about this because, we've been covering this quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. We've been covering a lot of Kanye. Damn, we've been talking about Kanye for a minute, y'all. No lie. We've been talking about him for a minute. And let me say this. What just happened, in my personal opinion, it's about damn time. It's about damn time, man. Esther, good evening. Good evening, Esther. How you doing, sweetheart? It's been a long time since I've seen your name and your presence in the show. Hello. But yes, good evening to everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well before we jump into this conversation and all that. But this is breaking as we know right now as we speak. But this is definitely something we need to talk about. Like I said, we're not going to be on for very long about this. This is not something that we need to dwell on for a long time. But, I've been following this saga and this BS of, as Ambi Star says, Kanye spiraling. I do think he's been spiraling. He's been spiraling. Okay. Let's be straight real about all this mess. Okay. But now he's been going after other celebrities other than just Pete Davidson. All right. Now, if you don't know anything that's going on, I'll do a quick recap. It'll be very, very short because there's so much that's going on. And then we'll go to what you see in the title down below. So before we get into this conversation, like I said, I'm here for a short time, but for an informative and fun time. Be sure to hit that like button down below. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, for those of y'all who are watching or listening to the podcast as well, I appreciate all y'all. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for spending the time just listening to my boring ass voice. But if you get some time, please follow my podcast. I'm on all major streaming podcast sites. So please go check it out. As soon as these shows are done, they go uploaded audio-wise on podcast, in a podcast style. So please go check that out. If you can, please support this channel. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all social medias. Of course, follow me on Twitter. And I got TikTok now too. So please follow me on TikTok as well. Both of them are the Pascal Show, one word. But okay, enough of all this social media stuff and saying, follow me. Let's get into some stuff, man. We got to get into this conversation, okay? Kanye West has now been officially suspended from Instagram for up to 24 hours. He's not going to be gone for a long time. It's only 24 hours. It ain't nothing. I mean, for somebody like myself, to me, I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. He's getting suspended for 24 hours, but what's that going to stop? What's that going to do? He could still use his Twitter. He could go on MySpace. Okay, he can do any other social media platform right now and just be chilling in the cut. Okay, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be totally fine. I don't see 24 hours ain't nothing. He got plenty of things to do, like go back into the studio, focus on his damn kids. That's one idea. Focus on the kids. But I understand. Mara Sharice is saying he's probably losing it right now. You know what? He may be losing it right now. He may be. But it's only 24 hours, y'all. Like, it's 24 hours. If it was a week, that'd be something else. But it's just 24 hours. So tomorrow evening, he'll be able to get out straight out the gate with guns blazing, sitting there putting out his emotions on Instagram in a heartbeat. Okay. But the thing is that it's the reason why would shock you. It's more than just It's not even because of Pete Davidson. He's added in there, sure. But really, what tipped everything off, what broke the camel's back, that straw or that post that broke the camel's back, is because of Trevor Noah. Mother loving Trevor Noah. And you might be asking, why, Pascal? Why? Why Trevor Noah? Clutch my pearls, Trevor Noah. He ain't hurt nobody. Well, apparently Trevor Noah went to his show. He was on his show, The Daily Show. And he had some things to say about this whole controversy, about the whole debacle. And he said certain things that kind of felt like it was going down the route of, well, I can see where someone in Kanye West's perspective could look at what Trevor Noah is saying and think that he is straight up just saying that he is abusive. And that could make somebody really pissed off. But, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's get into this article real quick. I'm sure it'll explain a whole lot more. And yeah, you guys can come up with your own assessment. Do you think this is fair or not? His suspension. Do you think it's fair or not? And also, by the way, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm going to say it now anyway. But Kanye West went to his Instagram and started posting things about Trevor Noah, calling Trevor Noah the C word, but not the see you next Tuesday. The rhymes with spoon, another derogatory term to a black person, right? Okay. Him of all people called Trevor Noah spoon. Him of all people. Okay. But some people feel some type of way and would be calling him that spoon because of this particular moment in time. This one moment in time. Actually, it was many moments in time, but this one was iconic. Memorable, if you will. No, I mean, come on. Who can ever forget this, right? The moment where he got to meet up. Kanye West got to meet up with the Trump, with Colt 45. Yet he's calling Trevor Noah the spoon. It's very interesting. It's very interesting because he sat there talking about, like I said, I'm getting ahead of myself. But he went and he was talking about things, about his own upbringing and how domestic violence was in his upbringing, in his household and all that. And yet Kanye West wants to turn this all the way around and call him, you know what I mean by spoon, okay? So that's the post that broke the camel's back. But, like I said, I've been getting way ahead of myself. We need to get into this story, and that's exactly what the hell we're about to do. So let's get into this from page 6. Okay? Kanye West suspended from Instagram for 24 hours after Trevor Noah attack. Like I said, I can't play the Trevor Noah video. You have to see it for yourself. You have to check it out. I listened to it earlier today because I was sitting there going, why is Kanye losing his damn mind over Trevor Noah of all people? Why is he tripping? Why is this dude tripping over Trevor Noah? So I listened to it and I was like, okay, I'm not justifying Kanye West, but I can see where someone in his mental state might not be listening, may not be seeing the forest through the trees. He just feels like it's an attack. And I feel like what Trevor Noah said had a lot of heart and was very insightful. But that's why I like Trevor Noah. You know what I'm saying? Very insightful, very well spoken. He thinks about the things that he has on his mind before he just, you know, shoots from the hip, right? And he was speaking from experience. He was speaking from his own traumas, from his own upbringing. And yet still, this made Kanye West feel some type of way, which is very interesting. But let's get into this article, shall we? Kanye West has been suspended from Instagram for 24 hours after going after Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson, and Trevor Noah on social media, on the social media platform. Page 6 confirmed. Okay, now here's the thing. They forgot to add DL Hughley in there up in this biznai. What about DL Hughley? He's been going after DL like a mug too, all on the social medias as well. He hasn't called him a spoon, but just saying. Just saying. Anyway, a Meta spokesperson, I forgot that Instagram and Facebook are called Meta. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about that ish. But anyway, a Meta, the new Facebook, Instagram name, a Meta spokesperson told us the rapper 44 violated the company's policies on hate speech and bullying and harassment. He is unable to post, comment, or send DMs for 24 hours. We're also told that if West continues to violate policies, the company will take additional steps. A rep for West did not immediately return Page 6's request for comment. TMZ was first to report West's Instagram suspension after repeatedly taking aim at his wife, or at his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, and her boyfriend, Pete Davidson, or Skeet, as some other people like to call him, Skeet, 28 years old. Over the last several weeks, West most recently lobbed a racial slur at Noah, 38, on Wednesday, which he called him the spoon. And it says here, all in together now. And I can't really say this right here, but there it is. Okay? The slur. I'll just leave it at that, because I'd have to censor some way around this ish, and it would just turn into a cluster F. So I'm not going to go with it. But he called him the spoon a lot. Throughout the word spoon quite a bit. Okay? Okay. West captioned this a screenshot from a Google search result describing Noah as a South African comedian. West was mocking Noah by using the offensive. Well, some people spell it with a C word. C. I guess some people spell it with a K too. Okay. So, slur to replace the original lyrics in Kumbaya. Get it? Okay. West's offensive post towards Noah came in response to the comedian discussing his dynamic with Kardashian and Davidson on the Daily Show. Now, he says what Kardashian is going through is terrifying to watch. And it shines a spotlight on what so many women go through when they choose to leave, Noah said on his Comedy Central series. Noah compared West's situation with Kardashian to his own experience witnessing abuse as a child. He mentioned people thought his mother, Patricia, was overreacting before his stepfather shot her in the head. See, this is the part where I go, hey, listen. I can totally see where Trevor Noah is coming from. When you sit here and you say something, you are somebody who has witnessed or a witness to something so traumatic, or you are a witness to, or you live in a household that is filled with violence, right? That is filled with domestic violence. When you see other things, it's a different perspective. You see things in a different light. So when you see something like this, right? When you see somebody out here watching from the outside looking in to a relationship that is just all displayed on social media, a part of you wants to sit there and go, hey, I've been there before. And I guess in a way, he sees it in a different way. He sees this situation in a different way. He's looking at this and going, hey, we are so quick to sit here and say, oh, because she's showing her ass on the Instagram and, such and so on and so forth. And don't get me wrong, I have my own personal opinions about Kim Kardashian to begin with. But when it comes to this, it still doesn't matter. That woman still deserves the same amount of respect as any other person walking down the street, right? Just because of her background, or just because of her situation or who she is, does not automatically mean she deserves to be mistreated, deserves to be handled in a certain way, right? So when Trevor Noah was talking about this, I totally understood what he was saying. I fully understood where he was coming from. He was coming from a place of understanding, a place of caution, and a place of worry, because he's been there before. He has seen women who have been abused. He has seen his mother, as he says in the thing, he has seen his mother be abused. And people around her sit there and go, quit overreacting. You're being dramatic. And then next thing you know, boom, she's shot in the head. I mean, she survived the shot, right? But still, she said so many things and no one listened to her. So he was just saying that. Seeing that on the outside looking in and going, this could go, that could possibly go down a very dangerous route. But Kanye West saw this and felt some type of way and instantly started calling him, a spoon. So let's continue here. All right. And that's what's messed up. Like, you got somebody who's sitting there and just speaking his concerns of where this could go down. And instantly you have somebody else going down the route of calling you racial slur, instead of actually listening to what the man was saying. He wasn't punching down. He was speaking from a place of experience and a place of caution. I don't know. But anyway, and I've read his book. His book is really, really good. Trevor Noah's book, Born a Crime. It's actually really good. And it's just interesting where those pieces that you forget about, and then you see it and like, wow, that is a true part of the story. His mother got shot in the head by her abusive husband. And no one listened. No one listened. So here it is. Continuing on. As a society, we have to ask ourselves questions. Do we wish to stand by and watch a car crash when we thought we saw it coming? Noah asked the show. There's Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian. Days prior, West shared an angry video in which he accused Kardashian of intentionally keeping their 4 children away from him. Kardashian previously denied West's claim, writing on Instagram, "Please stop with this narrative. You were just here this morning picking up the kids for school." So, of course, this has gotten even crazier. We already know about all this other stuff. It's gone on and on and on. I mean, this story gets weirder and weirder, and now we have Trevor Noah in the mix. For what reason? Really? I mean, think about it. For what reason? Because he came in and said, "Hey, this is a cautionary tale for a lot of people, and we should be taking this very seriously instead of just looking at this for our own enjoyment and laughing at it and blah 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 and poking fun at it or using it for views or using it for clicks on a blog and whatnot. Like this is something that should be taken seriously, and I don't blame him for thinking and feeling that type of way. What Trevor Noah is saying here is not, I'll say it 15 million times over. I don't think he's coming from a place of malice. I don't think he's coming from a place of trying to talk evil or talk wrong towards Kanye West. I think he's just saying, listen, we all need to start looking at this seriously. Because the more you look at this and the more we don't do anything about it, then all of a sudden it's too late and something heinous happens, something devastating happens to a person. But how West ended up doing this, going down this route, instead of him actually listening to the guy and listening to the story, he ends up calling him the C or the K word or whatever, a racial slur. You tell me if this is somebody who's actually listening, who's actually caring about what's going on. To me, it seems like this person is focused on their own agenda, on their own thoughts. They don't care about anything else that's going on outside of their own personal bubble. And that's something to be weary about. That's something to keep your eyes open about. Period. It's sad, but it's true. But I don't think someone like Trevor Noah should deserve that kind of attack. Because it wasn't like he was sitting there shucking and jiving for somebody. You see what I'm saying? Trevor was not, you know, just saying. And if you're going to sit there and say that about Trevor Noah, then maybe Kanye West needs to start looking himself in the mirror. Just saying. Before he starts throwing things out, because he has a well thought out and solid point. But I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts on this? Comment down below. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts in the chat. I know there's a lot of people that disagree. I know that there's a lot of Kanye West stans out there. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, to each their own. But I think this dude needs to cool his engines just a bit. 24 hours of not being on Instagram is not that big of a deal. He's got plenty of other things to worry about, like how about raising his kids, maybe reconnecting with his kids, finding peace within himself. Just saying. And I think it's messed up that if you're putting your stuff out there for everyone to see, you're putting all your business out here, y'all, like that. You definitely should expect some people to come out with their perspective on what you're doing right out there on the world stage. But here, real quick, before we get things moving or before I head off, I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm putting in the chat. It's time to hear your thoughts on all this. And I get it. Some people will disagree, and that's totally fine. But to me, hey, I think it's good that he's getting these 24 hours, and hopefully this will inspire him to reassess what the hell he's up to, what the hell he has been doing, and maybe this will stop the chaos just a little bit, But then again, I will say this too. They still got a reality show. He still got an album to promote. He still got a bunch of other things. Maybe this is all just one big ruse to get people into this stuff. You know what I mean? But real quick, before I bring Tyler on here, I see a comment on Twitch here. I want to pull this up. I would think a ban from any social media should be a moment of reflection for anyone. Oh, John F. McDropout. Thank you so much for the comment on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching on Twitch. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, this is good for a reflection of taking a moment of reflection for anyone. Folks who live online should take it as a wake-up call. And I totally agree. Sometimes I feel it. Like I feel what John F is saying right here, because there's a lot of people out here that just, I mean, even myself, I put out a lot of content online. And sometimes when you do get that kind of thing that happens, it's kind of like, all right, it's a little bit of a vacation. It makes you step back a little bit. It makes you reassess things. It makes you think about, okay, maybe I shouldn't be talking about that kind of content. Okay, cool. And then you come back better, faster, stronger, smarter than you were. On some platforms, they suspend you for a week, sometimes two, right? So hopefully this 24 hours will give him a moment to just wake the F up. He's been towing the line like crazy. He has been sending out threats towards Pete Davidson, DL Hughley. I mean, it's been nonstop. And then now when you got somebody who has maybe a differing opinion than Kanye's, now he's starting to throw out racial slurs. At some point, it's got to stop, right? But I got Tyler in the house. What up?
Hey.
What up, Tyler?
Hey.
How you doing? What's your thoughts on this? Speak on it, baby.
Well, to be honest, I saw that last comment before you put me on. I do think it's good to not live your life on social media, and I say this as a person who does that, or at least does have a lot of social media presence, I guess, as you can see on Twitter, I guess. So I'm calling myself out, but if somebody were to take away my Instagram or Twitter or whatever, I wouldn't be having a fit over it or anything. I have a life, but but when it comes to Kanye, I feel like he's about to do something worse or something, or like he's about to really actually hurt somebody or himself, and I feel like it's just going to spiral down. I hope it doesn't get to that point, but I feel like that's where he's going. It's like, I know people are taking pot shots at him and clowning on him, but I feel like at this point it's not even really funny. It's just like he actually needs help. I feel like we're at the point where it's just like he's really doing harm to himself and to people around him, and I just don't think he's okay.
No, I mean, he's definitely not okay, but the last thing that needs to be happening is him putting, like I said before, putting all his drama
in public,
him going through it on social media. This is when everyone goes, man, I miss the old Kanye. Damn, right. I miss the old Kanye. And it's like, yeah, because the old Kanye's gone. I don't know where.
Right. I mean, well, the old Kanye was going after George W. Bush and I actually thought the old Kanye was pretty based, or at least pretty cool. I mean, I was too young to really get into him. I was 3 years old when he was doing his old stuff back in the mid 2000s. But I guess I'm making people feel old with that. I don't know. but yeah, while I was not old enough to really hear like the best of Kanye's music, I did hear it after the fact. I did start getting into it a little bit later uh, when I got older, and yeah, I think like the stuff that he made from like say like 2005 to about like 2011 ish. I thought that was his best stuff, but I think, but I don't know. I feel like since he lost his mom, it's been
So I will say this before I add Sandy the sassy to the conversation to the panel real quick. I will say this. I think that he is absolutely a talented artist.
for
And
sure.
I think there's been a lot. I mean, I think there's a lot of tracks that he has still up to this day that are just straight vinyl. That's just me though.
Yeah,
Um, I am a Kanye West fan. Uh, but I can't continue watching him do this
it's
without
not
me actually feeling like I should step up. It, not saying that I'm his friend or nothing, but it
right.
just makes me feel like I need to say this out loud because I feel like here it is. He is he's a public figure. He is somebody that everybody looks up to. There's a lot of kids and artists out here that want to be Kanye, and they're seeing him act a damn fool right now. And I feel like somebody needs to come out, like Trevor Noah did, and
Right.
say,
Set him
"Hey,
straight.
yes, this is not right." No, and I'm not only saying set him straight, set everyone else straight because there's so many
That's
people out
true.
here that are just like, "Yo, go Kanye, go Kanye." But the
Like
thing
encouraging him. Yeah, like
exactly. But the thing is that it's getting to the place, it's getting to a point where it could become bloody. It could become deadly. It could become someone could be erased
lose their
from the
life.
planet if it keeps going down this route. Now,
Right.
does Trevor Noah deserve to be called the K or the C word? Because
No.
on hey, I have been a victim to this. I have been a survivor to this. I have been a witness to this as well of what has happened to my own mother. No one listened to her. No one cared. And then she got
Right.
shot in the head. I mean, that's some serious stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
is like well, like the thing is,
yeah,
it's to a point where it's not about the music anymore. It's just
yes,
it's
that's
about
exactly. We're not even listening to the easy song. We're just seeing the video. We're seeing the claymations and stuff like that. We're seeing
right,
the top of Pete Davidson instead of actually listening to the artistry, listening to the music. We're focused on
right,
we're not even you see what I'm saying? We're not seeing the forest through the trees because it's too blinding. There's
right.
just too much
It's
too much
too
red.
obvious the problem.
Exactly. Exactly. Sandy, the
Yeah.
sassy queen. Hello, Sandy.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, sweetheart. Good evening. Thank you so much for hopping on and chopping it up with us so late tonight. But what's on your mind? Speak on it, girl.
Okay, and I'm gonna say this, and I know everybody in the chat is probably gonna get annoyed
It's
when I
okay.
say this, but pay attention. He hadn't been right since his mother passed because
Facts.
if his mother was still alive, one, she wouldn't allow him to marry Kim Kardashian. He wouldn't have had them 4 kids. Two, he would have been on his P's and Q's. If you notice, when she was alive, she had him on point. But
Yep.
he was very close with his mother. And so everybody deals with grief and a loss of a loved one differently. Some of us, we grieve in silence. I lost my father 11 years ago. My mom, married to my dad 43 years. We grieve differently. He just chose to grieve loud and in public. And for someone who I myself suffer from a mental illness, someone who suffers from a mental illness can recognize another person with mental illness. Now, that don't mean because he has a mental illness, she should act like excuse my language, an asshole. But, it kills me. So I don't know if they're going through a custody, because I can tell you this, if he's trying to get custody of the kids, he's not going to get it. Kim's gonna get full custody of them. Here's what's gonna happen. This is my theory of madness. Kim's gonna get full custody of those kids.
Mm-hmm.
The judge is going to order supervised visitation to him, because what he's showing on what he's got to realize, and everybody else on every different platforms like Fox Soul, all of them even mentioned you. I think you even mentioned in one of your videos where what he puts out on the internet, what he posts on his social media, what he says can and will be used against him in a court of law, especially if it's dealing with custody. Now, if he keeps on ranting and raving, and I'm surprised Kim has not yet applied for a restraining order because of that video. Now, yes, it's artistic to a certain standpoint, but that music video can be used against him in a court of law, whether she decides she wants to file a restraining order that she fears for her and her kid's life. They're going to look at that. They're going to look at everything he's doing. They're watching him on social media. Why do you think so many criminals can get caught? Because they're stupid enough to post stuff on social media, on the internet. They're going to pull that. He done completely lost his mind. He tried to make threats to D.L. Hughley.
Oh, yeah.
Then all Trevor Noah did was, look, man, this you gotta stop. Even D.L. Hughley's like, if that was my daughter, I'm like, but see, Kim's father isn't there, so he can't do anything. But the family, it's crazy. It is crazy. And
yeah.
He completely lost it. And to me, I think he's showing more, instead of bipolar, he's showing more signs of schizophrenia, paranoia. Because I have a friend who's schizophrenic, paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ridiculous. I mean, to the point to where she's a military veteran and she has a conservatorship. So the VA controls her money. That's how far gone she is on her mental illness. The fact that I'm like, get help. That's all people are saying. Stop what you're doing on the internet. Shut your mouth. Quit complaining, because like Kim had to squash that. She shouldn't even have to squash it. Like, why are you making a big thing of it? You just picked up the kids to take them to school this morning. Why are you saying, oh, I haven't seen my kids? You just dropped the kids off from school. Really? Is this? I'm like, he's so far gone. It's like he needs to get help. And I seriously doubt he listens to his lawyer or PR, because his PR right now is like, he's not going to listen to me.
No, of course not.
He's not going to listen.
I totally agree with what you're saying here, because the thing is let's be real. I mean, I feel like the general consensus here in the chat and all that is that he's spiraling out of control. He's doing it right here in public for everyone to see. He's still hurt that he lost his wife, that it's a failure, that the marriage was a failure. And I could see that. I understand that pain, right? I can understand him going through that pain, but he's going through that pain without actually speaking to anyone, without seeking counseling, without seeking the right professionals that can maybe guide him through these tough times. Then on top of that, he's tarnishing, and you've said it already a little bit here, or a lot of it, Sandy, but I'm going to just piggyback on what you said. He's forgetting the fact that his kids should be his number one priority and focus here. He doesn't care about that. And you've already said it, and a bunch of people have been saying it in the chat as well, because y'all family is the smartest family in the world. But also, this is going to be very hard for him when it comes to a custody battle, because they are marching down that route. They are marching down that road towards a custody battle. He has to do one thing. He has to mess up just one little thing.
He already messed up.
And she could literally just go, nope, you're going to hear from my lawyer. Custody.
He already messed up. Point
no,
blank.
he's been messing up, but she keeps giving him another chance. You
right.
see, that's what keeps on going down. So I'm hoping that, I mean, this is, I mean, being banned from Instagram is like, it's a little
it's only 24 hours now. If like the Instagram said, if he keeps flubbing up, that's gonna be you can't come on Instagram. They're gonna permanently ban him, and I'm surprised they're not even trying to permanently ban him from YouTube, Twitter, all the social media outlets.
Yeah, and
he does need to take care of it.
Victoria even said something that I do agree with as well. I mean, or there's a possibility of it as well, because they do have a reality show and all that stuff. So maybe they're getting this content for a show as well. And of course, as their show goes on to whatever new platform that they're on right now, new streaming site and all that, of course, people are going to go, "Ooh, I got to see this," because we already saw the past year. If they're showing this in this season, this will be very interesting, so on and so forth. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I want to bring up Kitty. Kitty Kiss is with us. Hello, Kitty. Hello, Kitty. Miss Kiss. Okay, I guess we lost her. But yes, I see what you're saying. And Infinite Content said something a second ago, like, hey, and I just posted it a second ago, but that he needs to focus on himself so that he can't, he shouldn't be focusing on the kids. He needs to start focusing on himself. And I do agree with that. What I basically was hoping is, by him looking at his children, maybe that'll give him the incentive to go down the right path of mental health. I have
a feeling that it's going to end up turning into a 5150. And for those that don't know what a 5150 is, that means someone in his camp is going to involuntarily submit him to the psych ward.
Right. And that could very well be it too.
Because he's going to end up like Britney Spears with a conservatorship.
Tyler,
that's what I'm feeling. I'm like, he keep on going. Somebody in his camp or one of his family members is going to, it's gonna end up, he's gonna be 5150 in conservatorship, and they got to get a control of him.
Tyler,
firing out of cop.
What are your thoughts on this, Tyler?
Yeah, let me just say, I completely agree. I think he needs to just focus on him, even if he's clearly not in like the right state of mind right now. Like just you going on and attacking other people and then doing all these ramblings, and it's not a good look for anyone that if they go down this route. I don't know. The thing is, I have autism myself, mild autism, but if I ever, God forbid, go down the route that Kanye is going, and I just start having all these breakdowns and publicly attacking people for no reason, the first thing I would do is accept the help that people want to give me. The first thing I do is just accept the help that you clearly need. That's the thing. I want to feel bad. I clearly do. I'm also just frustrated because he's just clearly not listening to sound advice, even if
if he really is around, even if if he
his
really
people are
is
enabling
surrounding,
him.
if he really is surrounding himself around people who want to help him, because he
So
might
the
just be
comment that
surrounded.
Simone had said, and she had mentioned Simone on abundance. Kim is allowing this to happen. I think she could have done something before it gotten to this point. Simone, she probably has tried to do something while they were married, hence why they are divorced. Because everybody has a breaking point. You could take so much from somebody and be like, you know something, because like the saying goes, you can't help someone that don't want to help themselves. And because he don't want to help himself, a lot of people that's trying to help him, they throw their hands up. They say like, you know something, I'm done with you.
Like, what else can we do at this point?
Exactly. So Kim probably tried, and while they were married, it even showed. I think it was known that she was, and the family was trying, and someone said they tried to do a conservatorship while they were married, but the Kardashian family, it failed. You know, something's got to give. Someone got to do a 51-50 on them. Something. Exactly. You can't force a horse to drink water.
Facts.
You lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink it.
Absolutely. Well, okay, go ahead, Tyler. Last thought.
Yeah, I was actually gonna pull off, and this would actually be my last thought. Yeah, I just, as everyone was saying, yeah, you can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves, or just doesn't want to accept the help that they've been offered. And I don't know, just these self-destructive habits. I really hope and pray that it doesn't lead down into like actual like violence, because yeah, that's those are my thoughts.
I'm hopeful too, Tyler. Well, Tyler and Sandy, thank you guys so much for being on. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All we can do is just pray for them.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Pray, because there's not much we can do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I really hate to see a good talent go to waste.
Facts. Sandy, Tyler, have a great night. Thank you guys so much for being on. Talk to you guys soon.
Yep, me too.
Peace. Well, man, some really great insight from those two individuals. It sucks that the other person that jumped on wasn't able to jump on. We couldn't hear you, but until, hopefully there'll be another time you'll be inspired to jump on, and hopefully your stuff will work that time, something like that. But anyway, that is the show, guys. I do appreciate you guys all for being on. You see what I'm saying? I know that it's been very sporadic lately, and I apologize. But if you go to my Patreon, I have brand new videos just uploaded on there showing a little behind the scenes action of what I've been up to. So please join the Patreon. I've been starting to put out more content, just showing off the journey of what we are doing right now, what we're in the middle of doing. That I'm very excited about. Hopefully everything will be done by the end of this week, but I'll be covering all the steps, the bits, and the bit by bit steps that we're going through over there as well. So please go check out my Patreon. That would be greatly appreciated. Support this channel. If you feel like supporting, but you don't feel like doing the Patreon tip, it's okay. Go hit that join button down below. It still would be great to have you supporting this channel. Okay, but before I get going, hit that like button, hit it, and do not forget to crush that subscribe button. All right, let people know about this show. And if you're listening on podcast, hello, please support the podcast. We are streaming on all major podcast sites, so please go check it out. And Hopefully you enjoy this annoying ass voice. Anyway, I got to get going, guys. I appreciate all y'all for being on. You guys are incredible. I'll be talking to you guys very, very soon. Okay? Most likely tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Actually, let me cut this. Let me cut this real quick before you head off. So recently there was something that happened on that's been going viral online. And I just got to show this to you because I'm going to have this guy on my show tomorrow morning at around 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, God willing. He said he was down for it, but you know, people work funny and people work in very mysterious ways. But there's this thing that just recently happened that's been going viral like crazy. But I'm only going to show you a tiny bit of it because I'm going to be talking about it tomorrow, but I think it's pretty damn funny. So I want you guys to see this. This is a guy. Let me see what they have as far as like an explanation. So there's a comedian that raps about like supporting Ukraine, right? And he's doing this during a city council meeting. All right. I just posted this on my Instagram. I'm not kidding. Posted this on my Instagram. Thought this was kind of funny. So I thought maybe I should just pull this up so you guys can see just a snippet, just a really quick snippet of this, because this is this is terrible, but hilarious. All right. So I wanted you guys to see this for y'all selves. I'm only going to play a snippet of it, but you'll get the general idea. Oops, hold on. You'll get the general idea of what I'm talking about. Whoops. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Let's do this.
I'm the proof when I'm in the booth, spitting on the mic. It's anti-vax. Putin hates all of them blacks. Putin is a bad racist. Put them in the ground, white or brown.
There you go. That's enough for me. Okay. That's just spitting nothing but fire, hot fire. Okay. But this comedian was by the name of Alex Stein. Went to a city council meeting and said some ridiculousness. So he might be on tomorrow morning just to ask him like why. It's just a why. Really. It's just a why. Why? Why are you doing this? Why did you do that? But anyway, it's something interesting. So hopefully he'll be on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But I did put up the video on my Instagram, so please check it out if you just want to laugh at something, because that is just terrible. Okay. I literally said, am I dreaming right now? Like what kind of nightmare did I wake up to? And it was that. But anyway, thought it was pretty damn funny. But anyway, be sure, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, okay? And I'll be talking to you guys very soon, okay? Stay blessed out there. Have a great night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Later, guys. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.